Galops.
Yes, sir.
Something working. Oh dear.
Oh, wait a minute. No, 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 no.
Here we go again.
Hello, Cleveland! Hello, Cleveland!
Away we go. Hey, look at that. Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between. How the hell are you? Yeah, this is the Open Chat. Yeah, I am Diana Clarion, the Lavender Lady. Yeah, with me is the one, the only, the brilliant, the beautiful Kate Farr, Bionic Dance. Hello, dear. How
Really like tired for some reason. I don't know. I think it's the weather. It's very Seattle out, lots of clouds. And it was raining. I think it's not anymore. So that was affecting my mood a bit. But hey, yesterday I went to the doctor's office
are you? Oh, boy.
getting started on a diagnosis because like I was diagnosed as ADHD or ADD. I'm never really sure which one they said it was in the 90s, but I don't trust that diagnosis anymore. I think it's more than that, and the doctor tells me it could be also that. But it turns out that there's a ton of gatekeeping in the way of this. Like there's at least two layers of gatekeeping
I
to
saw your complaint earlier. Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But she also said, okay, you are definitely neurodivergent. So like I don't know what flavor, but boy oh boy is she like yeah, you're definitely you're
You,
one
you're
yeah.
weird.
So yeah.
Oh, well, that's a
Sure, that
start anyway. Yeah.
also, I guess another thing, patch 1.5 for Cyberpunk 2077 was released, and I mean it's not a major change, but the game feels closer to what I thought I was buying now.
Oh, well, that's a good
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
Yeah, I like that. So it was worth your, what was it you paid for it, $60 or something like that?
something like that. But I mean, like this is what a year or more on since the game was released.
Something like that, yeah.
I mean, it should not have taken them this long to have a releasable product.
Oh,
I
I don't know.
and even if it did take them this long, they never should have released it in the state they did.
Yeah, they probably should have released it in New Mexico instead of the one they did, right? Hi.
Yeah, but like seriously, because they tried to double dip on profits by making an old like a version for older generation console systems, and unfortunately, that required so much like sacrifice of features and ideas and stuff to make it work on these old gen consoles that they ended up basically gutting the game. And now this new update is for like next gen, and it actually seems like a decently playable game now. Plus, they did update the UI and things, you know.
Okay then, Moo.
Still a few things they didn't fix that really are just like such basic things. How could they get them wrong kind of stuff? Like for example, if you're in the crafting menu and you're crafting ammo, there should be a little counter to tell you how much you already have.
That would be nice, so you don't make too much and have no space to store what you're making.
Or even like just uh, I know a mission usually takes this much ammo, I will only craft that much, kind of thing. It just makes sense to have current inventory there.
Mm-hmm.
It
Mm-hmm.
just well, I don't know.
But then
So
it
that
then
I mean, aside from doing a little bit on Quinn Redshift, that about narrows it down. um Man,
oh my, I don't see you've had a pretty slow week so far.
wait, is that supposed to be snarkasm?
No.
Okay.
Um it sounds like between Sunday and today you've pretty much explained what you've done, so it's been a slow week.
Well, it hasn't even been a week since we last spoke.
Right.
So
It's been a slow couple of days.
I don't I'm not seeing how that's comparatively slow. I
Hmm.
mean, because for this to be a slow week, I would have to be like, I don't know, conducting clandestine operations in a foreign land kind of stuff to be more exciting.
Oh, are you headed to the Ukraine?
No, no, I wouldn't. I don't think I would blend in the Ukraine. I don't think I would make a good sleeper agent.
Hmm. I'd be the better sleeper agent. Yeah, I sleep all day when I don't have to go to dialysis. But one of the what I mentioned to you in the green room, one of the nurses at the dialysis center is a little bit worried. She's got family in Belarus, right in that neighborhood. So not fun.
Well, at least I've got Columbia and Xander to keep me company, and also I'm hanging out with my friend Mary Jane.
Okay then, sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Hey man, got any Mary Jane? What you do, man? Get your eye.
No, there's one thing. Maybe it's just if you smoke joints or whatever, but you know that sort of like can't quite catch your breath sound that people make when they're like speaking and they've just inhaled. I've never had that happen. Maybe it's like not something that happens when vaping, but I've never had that, like yeah.
Yeah, that's allegedly trying to hold the smoke in.
Well, I wouldn't talk when I'm trying to do that.
Well, what, do you keep a notepad, you write it down, and you show it to them?
No, I just wait.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Oh, Siney says at you that you're probably a minimum of 3 flavors.
Huh?
Yeah, you said you didn't know what flavor of
Oh,
neurodivergent you were.
yeah. I mean, lost child.
Got lost in the
Done.
hallways. Okay, then.
Well, I mean, it could be that I'm like multiple forms of neurodivergent, which would be kind of frustrating. I'd like to settle on one, but I understand that may not be an option.
Eh, yeah, you
I
would.
mean,
You would have to be multiple, wouldn't you?
well, the symptoms fit ADHD and autism. Like too many symptoms fit is the problem. You know, it's like I couldn't make a diagnosis out of this because, well, I'd have to draw a Venn diagram.
Okay, then. And what I want to know that you referred to earlier is how do you
Yeah.
get um, ADHD and ADD? Um,
That's part of the problem. I don't know if I get both of those. Like I was told. I mean, I remember getting a diagnosis when I was really young, like 13 or some crap, and then like I never got a definitive answer on which one of the two it was, but I'm pretty sure it was just one of them. It makes more sense that it would be ADHD with me, but it could easily be either one.
hmm.
Uh, let's see. Well, okay, like, because Signese here says normal is boring anyway. I wouldn't say I wanted to be normal, and my mom smacked me. I mean, I like being different, but I just wish that I knew what it's like to be normal, or like typical. Let's put it that way. I wonder what it's like to not be a freaking weirdo. And I don't mean like necessarily the home life or any of those specifics. I just mean like the experience of the moment of day to day, just like taking in the world and processing it, how that's different.
Well, I don't know if you want to know what being normal is like. Consider me and then take the exact opposite.
Let's see. Okay, so ADD versus ADHD differences, blah, 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 blah. Let's see. So, ADD misses details and becomes distracted easily, trouble focusing on the task at hand, difficulty learning or organizing new information, problems sustaining attention on tasks, even fun ones, resists, avoids, and procrastinates starting tasks that require mental energy, and loses belongings frequently. Now, ADHD will continually squirm and move feet and hands. Remaining in a seated position is challenging, will dash around or climb in situations where it's inappropriate, rarely takes part in leisure or play activities quietly, will often be described as always on the go or driven by a motor, and has a hard time taking turns. Well, if I had to classify me, it's ADHD.
That's what it is.
Let's see. ADHD symptoms in adults. Poor organizational skills, inability to focus or prioritize, restlessness and edginess, mood swings, irritability and a quick temper, inability to deal with stress, and extreme impatience. So, yeah, it's probably ADHD and not ADD.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Amazing what that
Oh,
one little letter will do to you, huh?
yeah. I'm pretty sure there's more to it than just that letter, though.
Um, yeah, but Chinese, I could see your mom smacking you. Well, at any excuse, but also for saying you wanted to be normal. Uh,
Oh, I wonder, would I be normal if I said I wanted to smack people?
oh, hey, that would be fun.
Actually, that does sound kind of normal.
Hmm.
People seem to revel in violence as communication, if nothing else. I
Okay
mean, people
then.
usually get the message if you clout them upside the head.
Okay then.
Well,
Yeah, your mom is definitely just generally bad shit.
I really don't know her mom.
you've probably run into her once or twice, but probably not enough to make an impression. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Would this be Psy Aunt?
Let me see. Yeah, Jeff's sister.
So Psy Aunt. I'm
She's
asking literally about screen names now.
Psy's sister.
Psy Sister. Okay.
Hmm.
I believe I know who that is ish, sort of, kind of, maybe.
Yeah, she's a fun people person.
Well,
Well, pretty much most of that family is. They're all
yeah.
fun people, peopleses. Yeah, Signese thinks that you and Psy's sister have spoken.
Hmm. Well, I think part of the problem is there's so many you Psy people out there, it's hard to keep track of who's who anymore. Especially since, like, I don't know if I met you all under different names or if you've all always been Psy something, but it's confusing.
Move beef.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with confusing.
Okay, that sounds good. I like it.
Suppose there was a time when we did pronounce that G quite so prominently as I have just done. Because usually we just say moving. We don't say moving.
Gataposte.
I'm wondering if there was a time when that was normal. It was just part of speech, and over time we lost it. Lost that part of speech. Hush you.
Then there are the crazy
Yeah.
Brits who pronounce the G as a K.
Yeah. Of course, these are the same people who seem to think that H is a vowel.
Well, as far as it goes, I know of 7 vowels spelled with one letter, but
Well, I remember we looked up a while back on the whole and sometimes why thing. And like it turned out the instances in which you could consider why like a consonant were just some really persnickety little like loophole-ish thing that let it morph into a different kind of letter, even though it was still functionally doing the work of a vowel.
yeah, huh? Yep, yep.
And I was just like, okay, why should just be a damn vowel?
It's an
Be
unstre-
done with it.
It's an unstressed I. Really?
Well, depends on how it's being used.
I don't know. To my ears, it always sounds like one. I don't
Oh,
know.
look at how they use it in something like, for example, yes.
Yeah, IES.
That wouldn't work, though. I could pronounce that as ease, like at the end of cookies.
Well, what is it? The phonetic alphabet spells that as an I, doesn't it? I don't know.
No, my point is that it would not be pronounced yes.
Doste perkadira.
It would be
Uh,
pronounced ease, like the end of cookies.
Moo, moo, moo. And then W is an unstressed U.
Hmm. And of course, it's also clearly a double V.
Yeah, it looks like one. It looks like one!
A double U would be floopier.
That would be, the W would look like babushka tits.
Ew. There's a mental image I didn't need.
Diukorostu, there you go.
You know, I have to wonder, like, because I'm not at that age yet, thank goodness, when things start heading south. But I wonder what the difference is in the rate of sagginess between those who've had kids and those who haven't.
I never really did do the research on that one. Hmm.
Oh, it's just something I wonder.
Yeah. And I wonder, wonder, who wrote the Book of Tits? I don't know.
I think that would be the Indians, wouldn't it? Kama Sutra and all that.
Something like that.
Well, unless you're talking about, wow, why am I blanking now? What's a tit doctor called? Mammosition.
I don't know. Yeah. I wonder if there is a term such as memologist or something like that.
I don't know.
That's one to think about. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's one of those things that gets folded into like obstetrics or something. Where it's like, sure, this may not be like gyno stuff, like with a gynecologist, but it's still women issues, and so we're lumping it in like they so often do.
Moo.
Like they go, okay, sure, gynecology, childbirth. Well, this is a secondary aspect of bearing a child, so we're just going to put it in the same department. Like that.
Okay, then. Oh, that's. Okay, now wait a minute, Chinese. I thought you said that you're going to have trouble with that. Was it getting them reduced as much as you wanted? Or something? Or what? I'm not sure.
That would be kind of cruel if they said, okay, sure, we'll like pay for it, but only up to the point where it's just on the edge of acceptable.
I've heard
Like
that.
medically. That would be insane.
Yes, and it is. It is insane. Absolutely.
I mean, I'm sure it's like some Republican right-winger out there who's like, we don't want to pay for cosmetic surgery, and so we're not letting anyone use this in a way that might like make them more attractive as well as relieving all of that pain. God forbid we do that. And of course they're a right-winger, so of course they say God forbid.
Oh yeah. Para que esté.
Ugh.
I've heard a trans man or two complain that they could get a reduction, but only to a certain cup size, and they're still there. And then with the trans man, the idea is you don't want them there, but oh well.
Yeah. Well.
Grudge wants to go from a double D to nothing. Okay.
I don't know. I don't want to be too much bigger, but I could stand to have a little more upstairs. What?
I'd be.
I'm allowed to wish I was like one cup size larger.
I'd be rather happy with what you've got. Definitely. I mean, mine fall off when I take off my bra. I mean, really. I mean, I've got something. It's the way I like to put it. I have the tits of a 10-year-old.
I'm not gonna ask how you know that.
Well, I know what the Tanner scale is. See?
Okay. But I don't know. I'm pondering my dinner options. I may have to go out to get groceries because there's really nothing left in the house except pasta. Oh, and some ramen noodles. And I mean, I got frozen chicken and vegetables and stuff too, but I have no breakfast cereal and no milk.
Okay, you're definitely, yeah, lacking in certain essential elements.
Yeah. I never did get that brisket. Oh, well, I never would have prepared it properly anyway, I'm sure of that.
Oh, but thank you for reminding me. I do have brisket up in the freezer. I'll have to make some and film it while I'm at it.
I would like to figure out more things to cook because my diet is sort of narrowed down and I'd like to branch out a bit. But, well, you know how it is. I go into the supermarket and I look around and I'm like, I don't know what goes with anything anymore.
Hmm.
I mean, I did really, really well with that teriyaki soup I made. That was I was proud of myself for that one. But I haven't really innovated since.
Hmm. Grudge says pasta oil and garlic are a good pour meal. How do you
Um,
extract oil from pasta?
I think it's oil for pasta, like olive oil.
Yeah, brisket stream. That'll be fun. It really will. Start with
Mm.
brisket and flour and end up with a Reuben.
Is there any benefit to cooking something slowly rather than cranking the heat and like basically burning the fuck of out of the outside of something? Like if I cooked a steak on low versus high, what would the difference be?
Well, okay, a lot of people tell you to do a steak at, like 700 degrees and then turn the heat down. And that, they say, is to seal the juices inside. So I guess that
Okay,
would be
you're
a,
taking a very roundabout route to get to the info I'm after.
yeah, so I guess they think that there's an advantage to cooking at the high heat and then turning it down.
Well, but what if you just cook it on low to start with and never go too terribly high? I mean, will it make the meat more tender, more dry, less dry? I mean,
Well,
what would the characteristics of the final product be if it was cooked one way versus another?
it would likely be less dry. Um, and if you used a sauce while you were doing that low cooking, then you would have the original Caribbean barbecue.
Hmm.
If you've ever had ham barbecue or no.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. There's a thing they make here in the Pittsburgh area, which is basically shredded pork and then barbecue sauce and ketchup and a couple other things. And you cook it at a low heat for a couple of hours. And it's all right. But they're
Well,
just totally in love with it.
actually, it doesn't sound bad at all. Uh, what I've been doing lately with the teriyaki soup is actually I like pour a ton of teriyaki, the wetter stuff, not the more thick teriyaki sauce, all over some chicken in a frying pan, and basically just leave it there to actually to burn a bit. It really seems to help. Um, and then while I'm doing that, I will boil some water, very shallow amount of water because I don't need a lot, and then take I've been using angel hair because for some reason they don't have vermicelli, but just regular
Okay.
old Italian pasta. Break it in half, then break it in half again because it's soup, not like a noodle dish. So
Mm-hmm.
you want something a little more chicken noodle soupy. And actually, I forgot to mention when I start the chicken, it's also good to throw some frozen onions in there as well. They don't tend to get crispy, which is actually how I prefer them if they get a little burned, but it's okay. Add some garlic and ginger, maybe a little white pepper to that. And then, when the pasta's almost ready, throw in some like vegetables, usually frozen vegetables for me. And then drain all of that in the pasta strainer. Um, and then, like, sort of basically stir fry it up with the chicken and the teriyaki sauce, and the teriyaki will start to distribute it among the noodles and the vegetables as well, but not as thickly as on the chicken. Meanwhile, boil up like maybe a half cup to a cup of water, depending on how much broth you want. When that hits a boil, pour all of the stuff that you just cooked into that, and then bring it down to a simmer until everything is like a decent temperature, and then serve, and it's really, really good.
Oh, yum. Sounds icky. Sounds definitely icky.
It is tasteful, and I like it. I don't know. Like, I know I looked it up at one point, and I guess I kind of half read the recipe I saw and adapted it to my tastes and dietary restrictions, and came up with a dish I'm really enjoying. So
Okay.
it is a bit labor intensive.
Uh, One of the things I've found is that the really good cooking that I like always somehow turns out to be labor intensive. But that's okay because I like it.
Yeah, it's just easier to get someone else to do it, like buying it at a restaurant. As much as I enjoyed playing around with the barbecue pork fried rice, the Chinese style, it's just a pain in the ass to make. I mean, a gigantic pain in the ass to make it. So I'd rather just buy it at the Chinese restaurant nearby.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of pissed off that I don't have a Chinese restaurant nearby anymore.
Well, in any event, I like that teriyaki soup dish is one of the only things I've made. I do have that casserole dish. It's just too big. Maybe I should make like something and space it out over a bunch of meals. On the other hand, if I make some sort of large casserole and I have weed on hand, I'll be eating that casserole.
Here you go.
So, oh, here's a weird question. Have you ever baked a steak?
I have not, and I
You
don't.
think you like can and have it come out well?
I don't know.
Let's see.
Huh?
Baked steak recipe. Yes, in oven. What do you know? How to cook steak in the oven? Well, apparently you can, and if
Huh?
the image I'm seeing is any indication, it looks good. Uh,
Okay, let's see this.
huh.
Ah. Oh my.
So yeah, I guess it's a broiled steak, is what that is.
Okay, that would work. What?
Yeah, that was there's a video.
Moo.
Okay, olive oil, sure.
But we've got over here, courtesy of Chinese,
Uh,
ground beef, 80% lean, 1 or 2 logs of Galbani or Del Grosso mozzarella, McCormick sea salt. Pick 3 of the following McCormick spices. Montreal.
where are you seeing this?
She sent this to me.
Oh, so it's not in the chat.
Right.
Okay.
Montreal steak, bacon, chipotle, brown sugar bourbon, chipotle roasted garlic, smokehouse maple. Oh, interesting. Is shape the beef around the slices of mozzarella to form burgers. Huh.
You can buy hot dogs pre-wrapped in bacon at the store. Like the bacon is uncooked. You have to cook the whole thing pretty thoroughly. But yeah, Hot dogs pre-wrapped in bacon at the
I don't know.
supermarket.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be that much more work to roll your own, really.
Well, I don't know. People are weird like that.
Which reminds me, I haven't done that in a heck of a long time.
Yeah.
Um, the last time I did that, I had a gas broiler, so that was what, 5 years ago at least.
Hmm.
I don't even know if
Well,
I could broil decently with this arrangement. I'd have to look at it.
one of these days I'd like to have access to a spit.
Moo.
I think that could be a fun way to cook something.
Hmm.
I mean, if nothing else, it makes basting a lot easier.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Definitely.
In fact, that's almost what was called for the barbecue pork fried rice that I've been trying to make. Is they recommend having the pork like suspended from like a hook or something, and then you can like paint the baste over it. They don't really expect the pork to be resting on a surface.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Like I said, a lot of the stuff I've been wanting to make is a giant pain in the ass, and I need to find simpler dishes. But when it comes to food, my imagination runs pretty dry. It's like I can pick from menu items, but other than that. Oh. Oh, wait a minute. Now, they probably don't have it, but I've seen, I mean, we have a decent Asian section at the Ralph's nearby, and I've seen some places where they have, like, the pre made, like, outer casing, doughy part of gyoza, pot stickers, that kind of thing. You
Hmm.
know, and so you can roll those up and put whatever you like in them, and maybe I'll try that. I don't have really a way to deep fry them, and I don't really have a way to steam them exactly, but I don't know, maybe you can boil them.
Okay. Maybe.
On the other hand, if I really have my heart set on steaming them, now I do have a rice cooker, and it does have that little vegetable tray. Maybe I could steam them that way, put them in the vegetable tray.
You could, and it does work.
You know,
Um,
I can improvise. I'm good at that.
it works best when you're making rice at the same time.
Well, I'm sure it does, but I haven't made rice for a while. I don't know. I guess because it's similarly way too labor intensive.
With a
Well, I mean,
rice
not labor
cooker?
intensive, it's waiting intensive,
Well, okay. Daio korostu.
which to me equates to labor because I hate waiting.
Hmm. What's that about impatient on the neurodivergent cast of characters?
Yeah, well, but the thing is, I can actually be one of the most patient people you ever met as long as I know why I'm being made to wait, and as long as there is a hard line, a threshold beyond which the waiting ends guaranteed. If that's the case, I can be so freaking patient,
Moof beef.
you know? Although I've noticed that a lot of people don't like it when you demand those things of them. If you say, give me a threshold, give me a hard date for when the ending, or for when the waiting stops, and they're like, no,
You don't have anybody particular in mind, of course not, right?
no, of course not. Actually, the truth is, I don't. I've gotten that crap from everybody,
Oh my.
just about. No, we don't want to tell you when. No, no, no. I think what it comes down to is people don't like having an obligation, is that they don't like having that pressure put on them.
Well, in some situations that are similar to that, I simply don't know how long it's going to take, and I really don't
Mm.
want to. I don't want to lie.
Well, then if someone says, with the understanding that this is tentative, ballpark it for me, would you give them an estimate or not?
I could try my best. Yeah.
Well,
I
because
mean, I
like
could,
with my parents, the answer would be I'm just no. Like there wouldn't even be a ballpark estimate.
I could, draw a okay, let's try this again. I could draw a distinction between, say, days and weeks. Yeah, I might be able to do something like that, or years.
Hmm. Still, it's just I have a hard time being like left in the dark, basically.
Buy a light bulb. Damn it.
Har.
uh,
Oh, hey there, Columbia.
Kitty.
Look, I think she's expecting being fed, but it's too early.
What? About a half hour too early, isn't it?
Yo, well, 20 minutes.
There you go. Okay. C'era capo
So I
stai.
went to the supermarket and they don't have Space Coke yet.
Space Coke.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's a flavor like one of those novelty flavors of sodas coming out as Coca-Cola, and it's space flavored.
So it tastes like nothing?
I think it tastes like Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina, but no, I mean,
Mmm.
apparently because there've been like reviews about it, and nobody can nail down what it actually tastes like. It's called Coca-Cola Starlight, and I have suspect that there isn't just one flavor. That like every can or bottle has a different flavor. It's like the Jelly Belly jelly beans kind of thing. Where
Okay,
there's a
okay.
bunch of flavors, but like they used to have the Birdie Bots every flavor beans, where you don't know what the flavor is gonna be, and it could be something nasty. You just don't know. But anyway, yeah. So they have this Starlight thing here, and I want to try it. I want to know what the hell that tastes like.
Well, if I could buy a single bottle of it, I'd
That is
consider.
the problem.
Yeah, I'd consider trying a big. I
Yeah.
I can't have much of anyway the dark like the colas and that sort of thing because they all have phosphoric acid and I'm supposed to limit my phosphorus intake.
Yeah, well, um, I'm curious enough, and especially since I want to test that hypothesis that each one tastes different, or at least that there's a limited number of flavors to choose from, I might be willing to buy like a 6 pack or a 12 pack or something just to experiment.
Diocorosto.
Yeah, like mystery flavored stuff, Grudge, exactly. It wouldn't shock me to discover that there's multiple flavors. Well, it's weird to me though. Whenever they make these novelty sodas like that, they always taste only vaguely like what they claim to taste like. Like I remember trying the grass and gravel sodas and the like turkey dinner sodas and all of those, and they tasted I don't know. I don't know. It was kind of like the pizza flavored candy canes. Basically, just tasted like pepper and oregano.
Okay, okay.
Like there wasn't even a cheese flavor. It was just pepper and oregano.
Hmm.
I mean, I don't know what they actually use, but those were the only tastes I could detect. I decided not to try the clamdy canes.
Oh, fun.
I'm all kinds of fun. Well, no, I'm most kinds of. I'm a lot of kinds of fun, but I'm not that kind of fun.
I'd have to give that a try if I could ever
What, the
find it.
clam canes?
Yeah, it
I don't
sounds
know. For
just.
all I know, they don't taste a damn thing like sea boogers. Actually, I'm not even really sure what sea boogers taste like, but I bet salt is involved.
Oh man, I wish I could describe it. I don't have a word in my vocabulary that describes the taste of a steamed clam.
Well, what is it about seafood that makes it taste so distinct from other kinds of meat? Because there is something. There's some quality where you can just take a whiff and go, "Oh yeah, that's like fish or some sort of shellfish or something. Oh yeah, that's seafood. That came out of the ocean or a lake or something." Versus like cow or chicken or turkey or anything. There's something different, and I don't know what causes it. What the source of that difference is.
Oh man,
It's probably just something simple like mercury or sulfur or something, but
yeah, there you go.
I
Yeah.
fucking don't know. But there is definite. I mean, you know what I'm talking about, right? There is
Yep.
definitely something distinct,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know what it is.
Uh, I'm looking up. Okay, where does the seafood taste come from?
Yeah.
Much depends on whether a fish lives freshwater or saltwater.
No, it
So,
doesn't.
saltwater fish counterbalance the salinity of their environment by producing flavor-giving amino acids, including the sweet-tasting glycine and savory glutamate that milder-tasting freshwater fish lack. So this particular thing says.
Okay, that doesn't really answer the question I'm asking.
I know one of my exes, I should say, maintained that she could taste the iodine in marine seafood, marine fish. Can't remember
Uh,
if I could make out that special taste or not.
hmm. Okay. Apparently, it's trimethylamine. Yeah, trimethylamine. Okay, sure.
Ah, okay. This is an article called Fish Flavors.
No, this is an article called "Is Fish Smelly?"
Oh, okay, because
That's on the American Society for Nutrition and Old Trition and Present Day Trition as well.
there we go.
But yeah, it says like in order to maintain the fluid balance, blah blah blah, amino acids, blah blah blah. Ocean fish tend to rely on trimethylamine oxide for this purpose. The problem is that when the fish are killed, bacteria and fish enzymes convert it to trimethylamine without the oxidative whatever oxide. Gives off the characteristic fishy odor. This smell can be reduced in two ways, and it mentions all kinds of stuff, but the one I like is lemon.
Ah, yeah, okay.
I mean, I'm not a huge seafood fan, but I have to admit, like citrus on fish works well.
Yes, it does. It is very much yummy and tasty.
In fact, like, well, it's not fish exactly, but still, the like crab legs with lemon butter, you
Oh
know,
yeah, that sounds. Oh
drool.
my, that sounds like it could very
I
well be
mean,
dinner if I had it around.
it's still seafood, even if it's not fish. Um, I haven't seen crab legs be on sale like for years before the pandemic. Like there was a time they used to go on like some crazy sale, and I just buy a whole like
Oh,
side
okay,
of
okay.
crab legs, and I'd bring them home, and it'd be like less than $10 for a pretty decent crab leg meal, and I'd get some butter and you know, maybe a little lemon pepper or something in there, and yum 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 yum.
It's been a hell of a long time since I've had crab legs.
Yeah.
What I hate are the people who go to the seafood buffets and load up on the crab legs, pile it onto the plate, and they don't even eat all of it. It's just that they're simply piling it
Well,
there for the sake of piling it there.
is it a one trip buffet?
No,
Huh. Then that doesn't make sense. I'd keep going back. Maybe it's
yeah,
because they figure, well, someone else will be a hog like I'm gonna be, so I
it's
better be a hog first, or I don't get any.
it's gotta be. It's gotta be. Now, there was
Yeah.
a really nice restaurant farther north here in Pennsylvania. Trying to remember the name of the town. I can't even remember the name of the amusement park that was built into the town. Conneaut Lake. That was and I think this was the Hotel Conneaut. They used to have a really nice buffet, and yeah, unfortunately, there were the people who would just load up on the crab's legs and then leave most of them behind. Arseholes.
I don't know. It's weird because they'd have to be good for a couple of days. At least get a doggy bag.
There you go.
You know. I mean, I wonder how many people do that. Go to an all-you-can-eat buffet and just load everything into like a carry-on they brought with them. You know, they lined it with a bunch of plastic bags, and they just dump all of the food into this duffel that they have and go home with it.
Well, my understanding is that there are quite a few places that will kind of give you a hard time if you try to do that. I mean, at the very
So
least,
you try to do it surreptitiously. Give them some credit.
some don't have any of that syrup. What can I tell you?
Oh, Columbia, you have 10 more minutes. 10 more
Yeah.
minutes. And you know what? Like, you're already getting fed an hour earlier than I used to feed you, so quit your bitching, baby.
She's gonna work it up to 2 p.m. eventually.
No, she's not.
Yeah.
I'm going no earlier than 5 p.m. You're not eating at 4. You're not that special.
Oh. Oh, it is
Hush you.
it is the foo-foo-ness.
Hmm. Oh, okay, Columbia, what are you doing? Oh, I see what you're doing. You're climbing up on the gaming computer, aren't you? Yes, you are. You know, I haven't been able to, like, successfully keep the cats off of that computer. Like, I've tried everything. I've tried putting stuff on top of it. I've tried putting sticky tape on top of it. I've tried just pushing them off every time they climb aboard. Nothing works. So I've just sort of resigned myself to the fact that that's a cat perch.
Have you tried claymores?
Well, I don't want to damage the surrounding terrain, you silly muppet. And swinging a gigantic sword toward a cat who's sitting on a computer is really easy to miss.
Dato per sé, caressini.
Yeah. Now, there's one. I'm actually not sure which I encountered first, the sword or the landmine. Like, there are a couple, like we've mentioned it before, how, like, my first encounter with engineer as a word was trains rather than, like,
Yeah.
putting stuff together. And so, there's a bunch of them like that. Claymore is one where I honestly don't know whether I encountered the sword or the landmine first. I'm guessing the sword was the one I heard first because I consumed so much sci-fi and fantasy throughout my life.
Okay, my guess is I encountered the landmine first. Well, I came from the era of Nam. So,
The area of eating?
yeah. Nam. Terkateke. Merkotupatajan.
Yeah, well,
Oh, my. But, I
I
know.
don't know. It's weird. Some of the words that like, do you ever have something really obvious just like about a word just plain get by you for ages?
Many times I assumed.
Well, like, okay, for example, I consume a lot of sci-fi and fantasy, like I say, and a lot of the time there's fortune tellers and stuff, and of course a lot of them are referred to as seers. Right now, when I heard the word seer, it just sounded like sear, like something like almost like what you do with meat. You sear the meat. It's a sear. It didn't occur to me, even though I had seen the spelling for ages, that it was a C that it's one who sees. I just thought it was a word that meant dude who does profit shit.
Nakasaya. Okay.
You know, it's just like that completely got by me for ages. Then one day it just hit me, and I'm like, oh. It's kind of like I
Um,
wonder how many people never really stop and think about how the navel is a scar.
yeah, there you go.
You know,
And it can be an annoying scar.
I can't. What is it about the outie that offends us so?
I don't
Because I'm
know.
not a fan of them, and I'm glad I don't have one. But yeah, there's something about it that's just ickety, and I could not tell you what.
My innie became something of an outie because of an umbilical hernia, but that's another story.
Hmm. I don't know. It's just it's kind of like I'm not sure what it is about like frizzy hair that's like poofy as fuck that makes someone look unkempt no matter how kempt they may be, but that's there. And I mean, hell, I look at my own hair. I mean, I've told you about my problems with it. I If I let it do what it wants to, I will look like the frumpy before picture.
She has a point, kids.
So I don't know what it is about that kind of hair.
The Kaepernick look.
Well, no, more like the Weird Al look.
Okay, okay.
I mean, someone pointed out something that, like, male scientists in movies all kind of look like Doc Brown from Back to the Future, all like, wild hair and often like nerdy ass glasses and, just generally socially awkward. Whereas female scientists are almost inevitably looking like high class secretaries, with the librarian glasses that are clearly designed to rock the geek chic rather than look nerdy, and like
Mm-hmm.
high heels in the laboratory and all that stuff, and I was like, yeah, that is kind of weird. I get why we have male scientists looking like that. It's just the Einstein look. But, I do wonder if it hadn't been for Einstein, how would we portray male scientists in movies?
Yeah, you gotta wonder about it.
You know, it's kind of like, what would we call scandals if it weren't for Watergate? Because everything's a this gate or a that gate, you
Right.
know? If it, like, before Watergate, how did people make it was a scandal by adding something to the word, a prefix or a suffix or something?
I don't remember it being done.
Yeah.
I remember, but you know how my memory is. But it serves me that that prefix and suffix started with the Nixonian scandal associated with the Watergate Hotel.
Well, it makes me wonder if there could ever be another scandal that overshadows it so much that gets edged out.
There should have been already, but I guess nobody's paying attention.
Maybe, or maybe nothing has really just sort of had that grip on the social consciousness, I guess. Nothing sounded right. Nothing got memed,
But
you
then
know?
again, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? There should have been some already. Um, did they morph into Trump Gate? I can't remember.
What?
Did
Did
uh,
they?
did the media come up with Trump Gate? I can't remember.
Well, you're being way too non-specific on this one.
No, I'm
I
being
feel like
exactly specific because I'm referring to the.
well, but he's done so much that was wrong. You have to narrow it down.
Oh, I don't know if I don't know if I remember any
Well, I mean,
names for
when you say
specific
Trumpgate, do
things.
you mean has there been some gigantic comeuppance for the man? No, but usually a gate refers to something more specific than just Trump's a bad guy.
Esta Valle.
You know, usually it's a much more specific instance of scandal. And I mean, it's weird because you keep hearing about all this crap he's pulled and nobody's done anything about it. I mean, like
Yeah.
flushing important White House documents, whatever. I mean, how is the man not already clapped in irons? Even if he hasn't gone to trial or sentence or anything, how have they not arrested him?
Yeah, that really amazes the hell out of me.
You know,
That
at
they,
least go through the motions of making him post bail.
well, what I'm thinking is arrest him and put him somewhere, or at least you know where he is. And, who, he's not talking to anybody he shouldn't be talking to.
Well, to do that, you'd have to set his bail insanely high or deny it outright.
Yeah, definitely deny it outright. Definitely.
And I don't think that's ever going to happen. Honestly, you'd have to have a judge who's willing to put their whole career on the line.
It is poo poo. That's what it is. I tell you,
I mean,
people, it's poo poo.
that a judge who did that, denied him bail, could end up a hero, but would definitely end up a target of the MAGA crowd. And when
Mm-hmm.
I say target, I mean that figuratively and literally. They're pretty
Yep.
armed, those fuckers.
Yeah. You're amazing. I just don't. Well.
All right, it is now cat food time. I'll be back.
Meow. Hey, Mage, how you doing, honey? Yep, he has compromised top secret documents all the way on. This is why I'm thinking that he really should be in irons in some high security establishment. Because if I remember correctly, isn't it the case where classified material was found in those boxes at Mar-a-Lago? It is the foo-foo. I just don't get it. Well, yes, I do, but I don't know. I just want it over. I'm just looking forward to dying, and unfortunately, that means the rest of you have to put up with all of it. But what are you gonna do? It's just the way it ugs, and it's the way it foos. But you got on the thing. Yep, pretty much there, Sonny's, pretty much. And for those of you who don't know, yeah, when Sandy says, I think my daughter will be in the ground before the damage Trump did will be even halfway repaired. How old is Micro Psy, hon? 4? 3? You see, am I not annoying? But you got on the thing. Okay, no, that's still that over there. It hasn't. Nobody said anything since. And I don't know. I'm looking at that. You know what I'm not seeing? I'm not seeing the timestamps. What happened to those? 4. Okay. Yep. So it's going to be a little while. Toggle timestamps. Here we go. Das de Petranda. Oh, there we go. There we go. So she just turned 4 a little while back. Okay. Dostobaliki.
Doom.
Da porokase?
Doom.
Doom. Poo. Hmm.
Snurgleplex.
Getcha. I don't know. She's going to be 5 in October. Going to be sprung on an unsuspecting school system.
Or possibly the other way around.
Jaratoje que se nevetradu.
I don't know, it's funny, like, I was so curious about school, like, before I went to school, right? But then, like, the novelty wore off pretty quickly.
Yep. Oh, I remember getting enrolled.
Well, I don't really remember my first day exactly, but I do remember when it wasn't mostly playing the way kindergarten was. I was like, I have better ways to spend my time. There's fun to be had out there.
Moof beef.
There's
Moof beef.
imagination to be had out there.
There's
Wow.
Jules Verne to be read. There's H.G. Wells to be read.
H.D. Fawcett.
Daio Corosto. Oh, look, 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 look. It's a purple. Hi, purple. Yay. Oh, Boże. Boże, Boże, Boże mój. Boże, Boże, Boże mój. I know it's a little late for that, but you know what the hell.
Yeah.
And I is so full of poo, really full of poo poo. Oh, but you got on the egg thing. Oh, okay. It's just Chinese screaming, purple!
Oh, man, I don't feel like I have much more to say. I mean, we covered a lot on Sunday, and not much has happened since then that we haven't already talked about.
Daio Corosto, yes.
I mean, I like made some progress on Quinn Redshift today that felt like it wasn't progress, even though it totally is. Because, like, sure, I made one shot, probably could have made more shots, but there was like a piece of set I hadn't quite built yet. And so I spent some time working on that. And it's an absolutely necessary thing. It's not like I was taking a break to do something frivolous, but I wasn't adding runtime to the final product, and so it felt like spinning my wheels, even though intellectually I know I wasn't.
Okay then. And yes, Chinese came up with a wonderful, wonderful little thing there. She asks, what do you call a bedpan in Russia? And the answer is a Putin.
Oh.
Girl after my own heart.
Not Thrilling Monday? I mean, I don't know if you're talking about the start of getting a diagnosis thing on the possible autism, the neurodivergence thing. But we talked about that like at the beginning of this show. So if it's not that, I don't know what you mean. If it is that, we already covered it.
Okay then. Yeah, are there any days that don't have songs named for them?
Well, let's see. I don't like Mondays, just another manic Monday. There's Tuesday Morning by the Pogues, and I'm sure there's others. Wednesday, though,
Yeah, I can't think of a Wednesday song.
or Thursday.
Yeah.
I know a Friday song. I definitely know some Sunday songs. I'm trying to think. Saturday. Yes, I know a Saturday song.
Saturday night's all right for fighting.
But Wednesday and Thursday, I don't know.
Hmm.
Huh. Weird.
Yeah, there you go. Purple says just that you
Oh.
didn't have enough happen Monday to fill a 4 hour discussion today. Yeah.
Well, spent most of Monday being lazy, and then at the doctor's office, and then being lazy again. Although I did actually get some stuff done for the animation as well yesterday. You know,
Um,
actually finding ways to make certain things that used to be difficult look more natural. Like if there's a shelf of boxes that have fallen over, I have access to like some physics simulation now, where before I used to have to try to place them by hand and make it look natural, and it never really worked too well.
Moo. Siny said, I had a fun Tuesday, and this brought something to mind. When did two for the price of one become buy one, get one?
It, you know what? I'm gonna say it didn't. I'll tell you
Okay,
why.
okay.
Because if it's buy one get one, then even if you only get one, you're paying the same amount. But if it's like two for one, or wait, sorry, I got mixed up. What were we comparing again? That was two for one and half off, or what were
Yeah,
you saying?
I remember
Oh, well,
two
half
for the
off.
price of one.
Well, like if you go and buy something that's half off, then you're buying one for half, and if you buy two, it's still half. But if it's two for one, then even if you just want one and you just get one, it's still the same price as two, even though you didn't take the second free one. You see?
Okay, I think I get it.
Yeah. So there's that.
Yeah, Kitty. Kitty asks, when did used become pre-owned? I think that
Right.
was sometime in the 1980s, I think.
I mean, I can kind of see it for some things like collectibles, where, yeah, it's mint in box, but not directly off the shelf. Someone else had it. It was pre owned, but not pre used.
Mm. But then, that beat up 1967 Chevy is also pre-owned now.
Well, wasn't it?
It was a used car.
But wasn't it pre owned? It was owned previously, yes?
Esta da Yakura.
Ooh, I just had an idea.
Oh no, we're all in trouble now.
Well, you know how we were going on a little while ago about like the movie flavor or the movie butter popcorn flavor stuff, and how you can just buy it in like a jar or a can or whatever,
Yeah,
right?
from Fisher Scientific. Yeah.
Well, I was thinking, what about spreading it on toast?
I don't know. I don't know how that would. I'm not
Well,
sure. I'd.
we put butter on toast, don't we?
Yeah, but that's butter. That's the coagulated milk fat. Whereas the
So,
stuff that goes on popcorn is just
so
granules of something, isn't it?
what it's made of shouldn't matter unless it's going to poison you. If it tastes good, who cares what it's made of unless it's unhealthy?
It's the texture I'm thinking of.
Well, I'm thinking of the taste.
Okay. Oh, boy. Ah, watermelon. Okay. I don't know. I have to do a survey.
Well, or I could go get a loaf of bread and some of that popcorny stuff when I go out and get milk and cereal later. I could be a taste tester and decide whether or not it's good or not.
Yeah, but that's n equals 1.
But it's the only important one. What? Whether or not I like it is the only thing that matters in my world. I mean, whether you like it or not, the only way that would affect my world is that, well, I have to force you to like everything that I like because let's face it, I'm awesome. So, but otherwise it would have no effect on my world whatsoever.
Oh my, oh my. Oh, let's get this off here. Come on, plastic. You can come out of there. There it goes. Hate it
What are
when
you fiddling with?
I'm unwrapping a piece of candy. I hate it when the plastic gets stuck in the sugar.
Oh. But you know what's even worse? Is when the wrapping comes off onto the candy.
Okay, yeah.
You get that tiny little shred that just will not be evicted no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that.
Yeah, and paper doesn't taste all that good.
Well, to be fair, neither does rock or scissors.
Right. Although, you've got rock candy, so can you have rock paper?
Well, there is that sort of funky rice paper that they put around some of those weird ginger treats that dissolves.
Okay.
That's the closest I can come.
Hmm. Oh, boy, shit.
Yeah. I don't know, it's weird. There's just apparently not a lot going on, and
No, it's kind of, yeah, it is kind of slow. It is.
I mean, it's weird because there's a lot going on. It's just the same stuff that was going on before.
A lot of the stuff that's going on is, maybe 8,000 miles from here.
Well, regardless, I mean, stuff that, like, I know enough about to talk about, then say about another couple of times, and then come about and turn yourselves about. That's what it's all about.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, it's the. Like, sure, hey, guess what? People are still out there dying of COVID, even though everyone's acting like it's over. Oh, hey, that there's like big storms happening. Oh, hey, every number was 2 today. It's just there hasn't been anything really particularly new. It's just the same bullshit that nobody likes, but
Yeah, pretty
nothing
much.
new.
Pretty much.
I don't know. Yeah, I hated those candy dots on Paper Mage.
Oh,
The
yeah.
paper would always come off on them, and they weren't even that tasty.
I remember those. I had totally forgotten about those until just now.
No, I never liked them. Never saw the point.
I guess it was just the, what do you want to call it? The novelty of having the candy in a strip on paper.
It's not that novel. I mean, like, seriously, it's not.
I remember those two used to have that stuff at the store. I can't remember how it was packaged. Was it bagged?
Well, I remember only seeing it at, like, specialty candy stores. Like where that's all they sell. These are the places that have giant bins of individual flavors of Jelly Belly jelly beans. Those kind of places.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the only time I've ever that's the only instance in which I've ever seen the little dots on the paper. It was usually on a dispenser, kind of like a toilet paper roll.
Oh, okay. What? Sell it by the foot or something like that. Yeah.
Well, literally, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I meant.
Yeah. There was something I saw on Facebook. It was one of those hey, here's someone you know from history for this, that, or the other thing, but here's this other amazing thing they did that maybe you don't know about. And it was like I want to say it was like Susan B. Anthony or someone like that. Where it's like, here's what you know her for, but she also invented this, that, and the other. One of them was the toilet paper roll, like the dispenser for rolls of toilet paper, and it was very clear which way the roll is supposed to hang.
Okay, okay.
You know, it's clear, like that long bitter dispute about which way to hang the toilet paper. It was well, its inventor certainly had a notion on how to do it. Granted, a lot of you jokers out there can't pronounce Jif the way that the original creator intended. So I guess it doesn't really matter so much what was intended, really. But still.
Well, those of you who are head by cats certainly know which way it's supposed to go.
That was a habit I had to break Xander of. He liked to get up on the toilet and get his paws up on the roll of toilet paper and just run them, like run his paws as much as he could on that little roll. I had to dissuade him from that.
Okay, then.
So,
Oh my. Okay, what have you got here?
dang, I thought I knew where that picture was, and holy crap, that's disturbing. But I don't see it, so oh well.
Well, my patented 15 September 1891.
What?
The toilet paper roll.
Oh, and who?
S. Wheeler.
Oh, all right. Well, regardless, yeah, it was very clear which way the roll was supposed to hang, and it was, you know, out rather than behind the roll.
The way that the cats love.
Yeah, sure.
Oh my. Wait a minute. Chinese said, well, this was about 4 minutes ago. You know what's new? Alex Jones hosted Marjorie Taylor Greene. What's new about that?
Oh, I saw that. Oh my gosh, she had this whole rant about how everyone treats her like she's this complete psychopath, like she has three horns growing out of her head or whatever. Oh no, it wasn't complete psycho. It was some kind of crazy person was the actual quote. I saw her talking about it, and I was like, "Yeah, we think you're a nut bar."
Well, if the foo shits, you know.
She doesn't seem to get like why people think she's a nut. But yeah, no, I saw that clip. It was yeah.
Yeah, and those are the worst kind. I mean, the one who says, I guess I can't see your point, is a bit less dangerous than the Marjorie Taylor Greene type.
Yeah. I mean, her whole thing in that clip was like, "What? I just want to protect what I think. Like, I just want to protect the way I think things should be." Was her whole shtick, and it was like, "Yeah, but not everyone wants it to be that way." And this country kind of doesn't belong to you.
Well, I don't know. That group seems to think it does.
Yeah, well, I still every now and then see those complete blockheads who are like, yeah, well, of course it's a Christian country, one nation under God. And it's like, oh,
Christ.
in God we trust is on the money, so clearly, and it's like, oh.
Oh, yeah, I know. The "In God We Trust" on the banknotes is only as old as I am.
Yeah, it's so stupid. These people think that it's always been that way, and I'm sure proving it to them that it wasn't will not change. Like, they'll still use that same argument with the next person they meet.
Oh,
No
yeah.
matter how wrong they've been shown to be, they will keep using it.
Now, I will give you that that stuff on the coinage does date from the Civil War, but the paper money, no.
Does it?
Yeah.
I could have sworn they changed the penny too, or at least some of the coins.
When, where?
But, like, I don't think it was always on the coins.
I gotta look this up because
It's here July 11th, 1955.
what is that? Because here,
Oh no,
um,
here it goes. Okay, although U.S. coins had the inscription "In God We Trust" since the Civil War, long before the passage of the law, the 1955 law, paper currency did not have it. Okay, fair enough. Could
no,
have
that
sworn the coins didn't always have it, but all right.
now according to this thing, it says U.S. Congress passed a bill on 3 March 1865. Hmm.
Okay, this is weird. Are Twitter notifications being weird for you too?
Um, in what way?
Well, if I click on the notifications bell and look at mentions, I still see stuff. But if I click on all, it's just a blank page says "Don't miss a thing. Find people."
Okay. I think I may not have looked at enough of the notifications to see that. Let's look at the notifications here. Okay, there's all, and I've got a page full of stuff. And then I go to mentions, and I get another page full of stuff.
No, well, when I go to all, I see a giant bell and a big old clickable thingy says "Find people." But on mentions, I wonder if I set something funky. I don't know.
Who
Filter
knows?
quality filter. Well, that's not on. Muted notifications. Nothing's on. Whatever. I guess it doesn't matter that much. I mean, let's face it. I don't even know what I'd be seeing in the all tab that I don't see in just the general look at other people's posts tab and the notifications mentions tab. What else would be there?
Chinese recipes?
Possibly. Unlikely with the people I follow, but possibly. Actually, come to think of it, I'm wondering, like, how many of my friends are Chinese? I don't know. Got a lot of, like, Korean folks and a lot of Vietnamish folks. Doesn't seem like a lot of Chinese or Japanese. That's weird.
Okay, weird, yeah.
I mean, I've got nothing against either group. I just don't seem to meet them.
Moo.
Huh. Strange. Oh well.
Es trop strange. Es ist très strange. No?
More than a few Hispanic friends, but that's because I'm so close to Mexico now.
Well, let's see. Could you throw a rock from your balcony and hit Mexico?
Not quite, but if I drove like maybe 15, 20 minutes, I could.
Okay, then.
Well, depending on traffic. Why do you think it's as the crow flies? Do crows fly especially straight or something?
Hmm. I don't
As
know.
the homing pigeon flies. I mean, I don't know. Why did crows get the nod?
Are crows straight? I don't know. I don't know of any queer crows.
I said, did they fly particularly straight? So, not limp winged. I don't know. It's funny.
No.
I'm not sure I've ever actually met even the most flamingest gay guy I've ever met. I don't think I've met one with limp wrists like that.
I don't know where that came from. I just don't know.
Well, I mean, I guess I get it. It seems awfully queeny.
I don't know. Which way does the association run, though?
Well, I don't know. But I'm just saying is that the stereotype does not appear to be borne out in reality.
Wolf beef.
Yeah. I mean, I'm okay with it, but still. It's kind of like, I know more than a few Australian people now. None of them really seem to indulge in that slang that we seem to see from Australians in movies so much, I'm not sure I've ever heard an Australian say, "G'day, mate," or put another shrimp on the Barbie. I don't think I've heard that one either. Or that dingo's got your baby. I haven't heard that. But okay. In The Road Warrior, there's this one scene where Mel Brooks he's eating some dog food because it's post-apocalypse. You eat what you can. He's got some dog food, and the label says "Dinky D," which apparently means this is real or this is the real thing or you can trust this or whatever in Australian slang. And so a lot of rumors are that that really was dog food that he was eating, and that's why the label said Dinky D, right? But I have never heard an Australian say any of those like Dinky D kind of stuff. There's lots of little expressions like that you pick up from the movies, and they don't seem to be real. It's like, how I keep talking about the Swedish accent doesn't appear to be real.
Yeah, yeah. It's not the real thing. What do you mean?
Swedes don't sound like this. Yeah, boingy, boingy, boingy. That always is what it sounds like. Yeah, boingy, 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 every time. But every Swede I've ever known talked nothing like that.
Right.
So it's weird. Also, I know precious few Swedes. A lot of Danes, though.
Okay.
That one's just strange to me, like how that there's these like regions of the world that we sort of associate with being together, like Scandinavia and Asia. I was just talking about how I don't seem to have too many Chinese and Japanese friends, but a lot of like Koreans and Vietnamese. It's the same thing with Scandinavia. I know precious few Swedes or Norwegians. A lot of Danes. What's that about?
I don't know, because I know a few Danes, definitely. I have a casual acquaintance with one Swede who has a YouTube channel going.
Actually, Purple, it's been a while since I've seen Notjaw anywhere.
He posted something recently, and I've talked lately back and forth with him, certainly this year. But yeah, he's more or less out of sight.
Shadow Kitty, I've never actually watched Jersey Shore, but I
Oh,
gather that it does not paint New Jersey in a flattering light.
you could say that, yes.
I don't know. I've never been to to that part of New Jersey. I said it before, say it again. I've only ever been to Paramus.
Move beef.
Kind of like how I've only been to Cincinnati when it comes to Ohio.
All right then, yeah, and that's what's the word? Traumatic enough.
I mean, I could name a bunch of other places that I've only been to once, but these were like places I went to like multiple times because family was there rather than a one shot visit. You know what I mean?
Dayo Prosto? Mhm.
Like, I've been to Las Vegas, but it's not like I've been to only Las Vegas because that's the only place I've ever been. Yeah, but I've only ever been there once. It doesn't count. If if it was someplace I went more than once, then it counts. And so, yeah, Cincinnati and Paramus both count because, yeah, actually, oddly enough, the same family. They just moved.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. And I think they've moved again, this time to like Kentucky or something.
Shadow Kitty says that show makes us all look like a bunch of friggin' idiots. What, you mean you're not? Oh my. It is the stuff and the things.
Yeah, I might cut my participation in this show short. I should get food
Uh,
and
I should probably get sleep,
we really
actually.
don't seem to have anything to talk about. Have you ever considered moving the shows further apart?
Actually, I have, and I just hadn't done anything about it. I don't know. What would be a good day?
Wednesday
Wednesday?
or
That might
Thursday.
that might
I
be
mean, I'm
worth
I'm
it.
just trying to figure like at the far end of the week from Snoo Day.
Yeah,
Ooh, football, yowza.
Wednesday might not be a bad idea because, well, ever since I started dialysis, I've considered moving the show because I bleed into a machine for 4 hours and then I'm kind of wiped out and I come home and no sooner do I get home than I have to set everything up and go on air. Not that I'm complaining, kids. I love you guys and everything. Um, but I'm wondering if another day would be better. I wonder if Wednesday would be better.
Well, I'm gonna say it's a good idea because it'll give us more time to um, have stuff happen,
Yeah, huh? Yeah.
so that there's stuff to talk about. Plus, I mean, California is still like, well, not in lockdown, but certainly masks in all public places, which makes a lot of public events more difficult. Just like they're not as good. You
Okay.
know what I mean? And
Yeah.
so, like online streams are one of my only social outlets right now.
Yeah, huh? I know that feeling.
And having it like having movie night, this show, and then this show on Tuesday clustered so close together, it sort of bunches too much time up.
Mm-hmm. Now,
I'm just saying it's
Purple says that for her, Thursday would be better because Beck does an open mic on Wednesday.
and it's funny. Beck used to send me invites to that. I don't know what happened.
I haven't looked at that stuff enough lately to know whether or not he's been sending me any invites. I know I used to get them.
Yeah, but I mean Thursday wouldn't be bad either.
Shaniki. Yeah, but Friday is already too close to all the other stuff,
Well,
right?
true, but I mean Not really. I mean, movie night moved to Saturday, right?
Yeah, I do know that. Yeah.
Yeah, so it would be what, like Thursday, Friday off, Saturday, Sunday. But I mean, it would be Sunday for this, so let me not count movie night. So, it would be Thursday, Sunday, Thursday. I mean, Wednesday does make more sense because then it'd be like Monday and Tuesday are empty, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I mean, I guess it's exactly the same on Thursday because that's Friday and Saturday are blank, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday are blank. It's exactly the same. It's just which one comes first.
Hey, honey, excuse me, what time are Beck's open nights? You remember? And I'm going to go over to the messages here.
Yeah, I like
Uh,
B. He's good people.
yeah, definitely. Okay, on the 16th of February, I got a link from B.
Hmm. Well, I don't know what to tell you. Um, but yeah, like I said, I'm not even sure. I was gonna say I'll leave at 6, but I don't have anything to talk about right now. So
Move beef.
unless someone else has a topic, I think I'm gonna go, and I'm hungry
I'm a
too.
little bleary eyed myself, to tell you the absolute truth. Okay, Beck usually
Yeah.
starts at 7:45 Central. Yeah, which pretty much goes slam bang on top of when I start the streams within the week.
Yeah. So Thursday then.
Jarapa, that might work. We might have to give that a try.
Yeah.
Oh, we can give that a try, definitely. I don't know if I should do one 2 days from now. I should not, right?
Oh, yeah, probably not. Give us time to save up to have stuff to say.
There we go. It is
You
just stuff
know.
and the things. And the things and the
And
stuff.
also, well, I mean, it would be kind of sprung on people. No one would be able to plan.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
So yeah, like skip this Thursday, do next Thursday instead of Tuesday.
Let's see what happens. Yeah, that'll be all right.
Well, I
I
think
mean, it's still a
most of what
dialysis.
happens is everything that was going to happen in the first place. But yeah,
It's still a dialysis day, but yeah, no big deal. No big deal.
well, it's mornings, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll get there, start dialysis around 9, and then I'm out by say about 1:30 in the afternoon, and
Hmm.
then I'll get home and well, today I got an hour's nap between getting home and going on the air today, and I really I really wanted more. I hate to say it, but I did. Oh well, what are you gonna do?
Well,
Oh my.
I haven't really woken up refreshed in a very long time.
Oh, I know that feeling. Oh God. And you know what the worst is? I'll
Yes.
get up and I'm almost conscious, when I get up. And then a half hour later, I can barely stay awake. I mean, it just goes
Well,
downhill once I wake up.
what's worse for me is when I am getting good sleep, and then the cats decide they need attention at dark 30.
Yeka.
I'm looking at
Yeah.
you, Columbia. And she knows her name. She was looking away. She looked back at me when I said it. She knows who we're talking about over here. You little brat. That's right. You're a brat, Columbia. I
Gaste
don't know
perrotier.
why I did that with that accent, but whatever.
She's a Scottish brat. Yes, and if
Yeah,
it's not Scottish, it's crap. Anyway,
right, right.
who did that one? I forget.
That was Mike Myers.
Oh, okay, okay. Moof beef.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go do the food shopping,
Well, let you do some food shopping and stuff and things.
and I will catch
And
you like the plague. Have fun. Bye bye,
we
everybody.
try. Take care, honey. See you Sunday. Oh, my. And here we are at St. Alfonso's Pancake Breakfast, where I stole the margarine and wheedled on a bingo card in lieu of a latrine. I saw a handsome Paris lady make her entrance like a queen, and she was totally chenilled, and her old man was a Marine. Uh, Monday and Wednesday at 7:45 Central. Okay, then. Oh yeah, Central because you're in that zone because he's in the mountain zone, right? Something like that. Oh my! I'll tell you what's really nice is I can feel the difference already. Um, and I've only washed my hair once since I got the catheter out. But I tell you, it's so much nice. It really is. It's wonderful. And I can take 5 showers a day if I want. Yay! Dos tredje. Yes, fortuintu antu. I have no idea what I'm going to be up to. I don't know. Think of where I can get pencils wholesale and then go downtown and sell pencils on the street corner. Oh, okay. There's his channel. Yeah, I think I'm subscripticated to him. I should be subscripticated. Better be subscripticated. Yeah, I suppose I could check. We open the link in the new tab. Ooh, just about like it. And then I am subscripticated. Yay! He gets quite a few views. I'm jealous. Yeah. Oh man. Well, I'll tell you, it's tempting to just sit in there because it was 8 months between real showers. I mean, there's the sponge baths and all that shit and everything, but it's just not the same. Um, Move beef. Move beef TV2. Oh yeah, absolutely. Um, One thing I have found though, is whenever I'd step out of the shower, I would be extremely cold because of the water evaporating from my skin. What I'll do is I will run the shower at full hot for about 10, 15 minutes before I get into the shower. And then I'll adjust the temperature and then get in. And all of the water vapor and the water droplets, etc., in the air in the bathroom raise the humidity to the point where the evaporation doesn't occur. So I'm just toweling off, and because the evaporation isn't occurring, it's not stealing heat from me and making me freeze. which is a wonderful, wonderful thing. I forget who the hell introduced me to that. Um, but I've done it pretty much every time, and it's great. It really is. Probably does a hell of a job on the paint job in the bathroom, but what the hell, right? Oh my. Okay, yeah, I think we're starting to grind gears here. Tell you what, kids. How about yeah, I just take a little bit of a nap and let you kids up to what you're up to and stuff and things and stuff. Um, so let me get over here and see what we've got. Yeah, so yeah, it looks like we might be moving to Thursdays. So not this Thursday, but next Thursday. We'll see what happens. Um, so okay, then we'll have this Sunday. We will have the Sunday show, and we'll do what we do on Sundays and stuff like that. Sound good? I like it. Okay. And I want to thank all of you who are here. I want to thank all of you who are not here. You guys do keep me going. You do. Really and truly, I'm sincere when I say this. And I'm very happy for each one of you. Very happy to have each one of you around here. I thank you extremely many much for that. And okay. What I'll say here at the end is thanks a lot, troops. See you on the other side.